Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this week's WWE Raw Recap show brought to you by RP Tubavision. Now here is your host, Ronald Ray.
Hello, ma'ams and sirs. Thank you for tuning in to this week's WWE Raw Recap show. This week's Raw takes place at the TD Gardens in Boston, Massachusetts. Is this the same as the Boston Gardens? Anyway, I'm Ron Ray, your boy with a cornbread accent. Of course, they keep building up to the storylines for WrestleMania 39. But before we get started, be sure to hit the like button, leave a comment, tap the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber yet, and everything else. Now that all that's out of the way, let's let it rip. We start off Raw with some recorded footage of Paul Heyman, Jimmy Uso, and Solo Sikoa arriving to the arena. Basically, they say Paul Heyman gives them the instructions of Jimmy, you handle the Sami Zayn situation, and Solo Sikoa, you handle the Kevin Owens problem. And of course, the first match of the night is Kevin Owens versus Solo Sikoa. Now, me personally, these big hosses, I think, have a pretty good feud with each other, just, without anybody else involved. Just have them go out there and beat the heck out of each other every night. Have some good brawls, street fights, gimmick matches, and stuff like that. Just for, you know, just one of those views say, hey, which one of us is a real prize fighter? Which one of us is the toughest? That's just my opinion. Anyway, we get before the bell rings entirely, we get Kevin Owens going right after Sikoa, and they trade right and left outside the ring. Solo throws Kevin into the ring post twice before throwing him back in the ring. The match officially starts now with Sikoa having the advantage. Solo gives Kevin Owens the big boot, according to Corey Graves. Of course, I don't think Solo is wearing any footwear, but who am I to say? Uh, Owens might not come back until he got distracted seeing Jimmy Uso coming to the ringside. This gives Sikoa the advantage again. Sikoa went for a corner splash. Owens moves, hits a DDT. Now Kevin Owens is in full comeback mode. Uh, Owens would go to the top rope, hit the swanton. 1, 2. Jimmy Uso breaks it up, causing a disqualification. Of course, you know what's coming. Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa starts putting a whooping on Kevin Owens. That's until Sami Zayn comes in, cleans house, makes a save. Kevin slaps in the corner. Zayn walks up to him, looks for the handshake from KO, but is denied. We get a little update or recap of what happened on SmackDown between Bray Wyatt and Bobby Lashley, namely Bobby Lashley and Uncle Howdy. Um, then we get cut into Bobby Lashley just giving an interview, looking straight at the camera. And of course, as he's talking, there's these things flashing, and he doesn't notice it. I'm like, come on. If the light flickers somewhere, where you're at, you're going to kind of notice it. So at least try to sell it a little bit. Anyway, uh, next match of the night is Bianca Belair, your WWE Raw Women's Champion, going against Carmella. And of course, this week, Carmella is accompanied to ringside by Chelsea Green. I'm pretty sure to just give her some moral support and cheer her on, maybe coach her a little bit. A little feeling out process between Carmella and Bianca. Carmella will get the upper hand, but Bianca shows the crowd, along with Carmella, that she can do the flips and shows her athleticism. But Carmella makes a comeback using some underhanded tactics. Uh, Chant would come back until Chelsea interfered this time, giving Carmella the advantage. Chelsea would do this again, but will pay for it when Bianca throws her over the barricade. Uh, Carmella then went for a dirty pin for 2. Then after that, she eats a KOD, and your winner is Bianca Belair. Of course, Chelsea Green and Carmella does not like this, and they're not going to take this lying down. They attacked Bianca, started putting a whooping on her until Asuka comes in, makes a save, goes for the blue mist. Carmella actually moved out of the way, and Green gets all of it to the pleasure of the whole crowd, and the whole crowd's doing the Asuka chant. Uh, looks like a looks like this or most crowds right now are in favor of Asuka. Excuse me. Of course, Bianca and Asuka would have like a little smiling stare down and look up to the WrestleMania sign and admire that. And that was the end of this segment. Now it's Miz TV time, and we have the face to face with Logan Paul and Seth Rollins. And this face is going to set up their WrestleMania match, which becomes official at the end of the show. Uh, Basically, they just trade words. Then Seth Rollins tries to attack Logan Paul. Miz gets involved. Of course, eats a super kick. And after he eats a super kick, Logan Paul knocks out Seth Rollins. And so now we get to start a build up of their match, or the real, face to face build up, and all that good stuff of their match. And the next match of the night was Omos against Dolph Ziggler. You pretty much know what's going to happen here. Ziggler trying to get the sleeper hold on him. And I do believe, I forgot how many years ago, Ziggler did defeat, what was his name? Uh, shoot. Uh, the Great Khali. That's it. He defeated the Great Khali by using this sleeper hold. But was it going to work for the big Omos? Omos. Uh, of course, he does a double choke slam, pins Dolph Ziggler, and MVP guarantees that Omos is going to pin Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. God, I can't get names straight. I swear. It's this cornbread accent. It's bad. I know. The next match of the night is Finn Balor, who's accompanied by the rest of the Judgment Day, Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio, and Rhea Ripley, as he takes on Johnny Gargano, who's accompanied by Dexter Lumis. Uh, okay, back and forth match. Nothing too spectacular here. Gargano will knock Balor out of the ring, and Balor will get distracted just by the presence of Dexter Lumis. Dexter didn't put a finger on him, but it gave Gargano the opportunity to hit the suicide dive, and would give him the bench for a few minutes. The Judgment Day would interfere. That would help give Finn the advantage. Like I said, it's a lot of back and forth. But it looked like Balor's about to put this match away. Then Edge's music hits. Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley goes towards the entrance. I think that's where Edge is going to come from, but I guess Edge decided to outsmart them again and come through the back door. So he gets to ringside, tosses Balor off the top rope. Gargano hits his slingshot DDT for the win. Priest tries to run back, but gets cut off by Loomis. Edge would put a spear on Finn Balor and yells at him, say, "Hey, this ain't over yet." Next match of the night was Nikki Cross against Piper Niven. Uh, Nikki Cross gave it a try. She jumped Niven from the get go, but uh, Piper, she came back and hit a sloppy looking black hole slam for the win. And that's all it needed to be. We're trying to get Piper Niven over as a kind of a monster female wrestler here, uh, which is good because, I mean, she can move. She can hit good. Most of her stuff is a little solid, but that black hole slam she tried tonight just didn't work out too well. I don't know if it was the timing or what. It wasn't pretty. Next is the hometown boy John Cena makes his return, and he will get confronted by Austin Theory. Theory, butter up to Cena a little bit, talking about how him and his mom would watch Cena, and Cena's the one that inspired him to become a WWE superstar. and said, "Hey, I got a gift. How about a match with me for the U.S. title at WrestleMania?" Cena said no. Uh, he says no because nobody cares with Theory or anything like that. Theory rebutted by talking about Cena's bald spot. Cena, like it didn't bother him. He took the hat off and said, "Hey, I like the senior circuit." Uh, also, Austin Theory was like, "Hey, saying no to my gift is like saying no and giving up on the fans." Uh, Cena kind of seemed like he buried him a little bit. See, there's that Southern again. By telling him it's a lose-lose situation for Theory and point out things like they had to put pipe in the crowd noise just to seem like he's getting a reaction. Nevertheless, though, Cena asked the crowd what they think, and hey, crowd wants to see it. So it's going to be Austin Theory against John Cena for the United States Championship at WrestleMania. Next match of the night was set up backstage. He was at Maximum Male Models. Corbin approached those folks and was like, "Hey, what about me? Why you worry about that? He looks sloppy, whatever." Uh, then the MMM say, "Hey, look, if you get rid of that other little guy, Chad Gable, we might think about giving you a spot." So this is how we get the match. Chad Gable gets Baron Corbin. Corbin came in hot, putting a whooping on Gable, but Gable make a comeback, hit the rolling German suplex. Corbin avoided the moonsault though, and hit a choke breaker. Uh, Started celebrating way too early. This gave the opportunity for Chad Gable to slap on the ankle lock and gave him the tap out win. So now, uh, now we have Baron Corbin tapping out to a guy literally half his height. So things are not looking good. I guess we got to bring back Happy Corbin. He's got to go back to Vegas and win some money. I guess. Who knows? Next thing we get is Trish Stratus, Lita, and Becky Lynch. They come in the ring, kind of celebrating their win. Then, of course, Damage Control, Bailey, Io Sky, and Dakota Kai come in, and this basically sets up a six-woman tag match at WrestleMania between these six ladies. They do a little bit of fisticuffs. Uh, Io Sky and Dakota Kai, they uh, get taken care of. Then that left Bailey alone, and she kind of had to get a punch from Lita, Trish Stratus, and Becky Lynch. But all in all, this basically sets up a six woman tag match for WrestleMania. And it's main event time. We're gonna have Jimmy Uso against Sami Zayn. This was another just a back forth 50-50 match. Uh, Sammy came in starting off hot, then Jimmy Uso got the advantage. Uh, Jimmy would knock Zayn out of the ring. Excuse me. Uh, Looked like Solo was going to hit the Samoan spike on him. Refs seen it and told Solo to get to the back. Uh, Jimmy got the advantage back, but Sammy would rally back, but unfortunately he got cut off by a super kick. Uh, as Sammy attempted a top rope dive, we see Jey Uso coming through the crowd. Uh, Jumps a barricade, stands up on top of the announce table. Looks like it distracted Jimmy a little bit, but it did. You know, he almost had to eat a luva kick. He went for a Samoan drop, but Sammy reversed that into a sunset flip. 1, 2, 3, Sammy wins. Of course, the big story of that match is the aftermath of the match. Jay looking like an emotional wreck, comes face to face with his brother, doesn't say a word. Well, they, I guess, trade a little bit of words. You couldn't really hear what they're saying. Uh, Grabs Jimmy by the shirt, then lets him go, walks away. Comes face to face with Sami Zayn outside the ring. Jay says he trusts Sammy, gives him a big hug. They raised up the one finger. Sorry kids, a holy shit chant started, and holy shit was right. Jay nails Sammy with a super kick. This this totally made him look like a buffoon. Uh, Asked him if he really thought he would choose him over his family. Uh, Jimmy threw him back in the ring, starts putting a whooping on him, along with Jimmy and Solo, until Cody Rhodes came in and made the save, and that's basically how the show ends. Pretty decent show, pretty good ending. Now we have a story where it looks like Sami Zayn doesn't have a friend in the world. Well, except for Cody Rhodes, who made the save. But I mean, what do you really think he's going to say? Okay, I'll wrestle with you in a tag match, maybe on night one, but if it gets hurt, it might uh, hurt his chances or hurt his opportunity altogether against Roman Reigns for the Universal Undisputed Championship. So, gee, I wonder what they're gonna do here. Uh, like we don't know. Maybe Kevin Owens will finally, he'll finally, you know, he'll finally come to his senses. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. But yeah, like right now, but right now, like Kevin Owens, who has his problems with the bloodline, but doesn't want to help Sammy nor want Sammy's help. Uh, Now pretty interesting. Where it's saying that Jimmy Uso is choosing family over him, which will still leave if they want to down the road, like beyond WrestleMania, to change him to a baby face. Still gives him a pretty good opportunity. I think anybody, it's relatable to where of course somebody might choose family over. I won't really say a stranger, but just uh, like a situation like this, someone kind of all he knows is only in the group for a short time. Family grew up with. Um, the 6-woman tag idea, I think is a pretty good idea. Because I think it'll probably let off that if they did a women's tag team title match, leading Becky Lynch against Io Sky and Dakota Kai, that Kai and Sky, or maybe Bailey won the either or the members would tag up and might win. But I'm pretty sure Chris Jazz is going to come in for a one-off. Uh, I'm pretty sure they paying her pretty good money for it not to be just a one-off, just a couple appearances. Uh, but this opens the door if they want to have a title match next week on Raw or any Raw leading up to uh, WrestleMania for Damage Control to maybe to get him back or whatnot. Uh, like I said before, John Cena looked strong in the kickoff build up to the his match to Austin Theory. Like I said, it kind of buried him a little bit, but let's just see what happens next. Um, let's see what kind of rebuttals Austin Theory will get or gives to what's happened. Let's see a story build up where everybody says, "Oh, he's burying him," which I ain't really seen not much of that yet, but I do know how the internet wrestling community feels about Austin Theory, but which is not saying much. But anyway, what do you folks think? Just leave a comment, and we'll just kind of discuss what. I'd like to hear what you folks think of any of these storylines being built up. Also, don't forget to hit the like and all that stuff too. Also, if you want to follow me on social media, it's Ronald Ray on Facebook. On Twitter, it's at RPTV46. And that's it from me. Hope to see you guys next week. You folks take it easy and have a good one.
We here at RP Tube Vision would like to thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Also check out friends of the show Ecolife and Natural for home-crafted candles, hand cloth, and other home and personal goods. Look them up on Facebook. Link will be available below the video. That is Ecolife and Natural.